was the biggest challenges that you had at the start? Would you say biggest struggles?
Yeah, I had so many health problems. So I was on the list for bariatric surgery. I had pain and low energy. I was diabetic. I had back pain. My self-esteem was really bad. My mental health, depression and anxiety. It's been difficult. It's been very, very difficult for a long time,
How,
and didn't feel like I had anywhere to go.
you mentioned depression, anxiety. How is that affecting you in what areas of your life?
Just not feeling motivated, not feeling happy, not feeling enjoying life, not being able to see a way to a happier future, not looking after myself properly, not setting boundaries that made a difference. So I was constantly trying to help other people and please other people and not look after myself.
That's such a
It's been
common.
awful. It's been really awful. Mm.
Went through so much. And why do you think you struggled in terms of putting yourself first? Why was that an issue for you, do you think?
I think I know a lot of ladies out there are probably struggling with this as well. It's something a lot of women have, this idea that we have to please other people, that we're there to make a difference to others. I'm definitely driven to make a difference in the world, but there's a point, isn't there, where you cross the line from it being okay for you as well as for others to it just being okay for others. And that's what I was doing all the time. I just couldn't say no. I felt I think my whole all my self-esteem was based on what other people thought and what other people when other people said well done, or you're doing well, or thank you for all your help, all that, it was like that.
That's really hard because what that does is it creates a negative feedback loop
Mm.
where we feel low, so then we put ourselves at the bottom of the list. That makes us feel more low, and then we keep going around that cycle, and it affects not just our relationships, but most importantly, our relationship with ourselves, how we view
Yeah.
ourselves, our self-conception, and our self-efficacy, and our self-esteem. And what
I'll
did you
be
try?
honest with you, Alex. I've been suicidal a few times. And what one time, notably, overtaking a car and then just seeing an articulated lorry coming towards me on the side of the road that I was driving on, and just thinking, I'll stay here and it'll all be over. And then just pulling in, well, when I say pulling in at the last minute, I think I was ready to stay out there, but something just made me turn the wheel.
Can you promise me, Jane, that if that ever happens again, that you'll speak to your GP immediately?
Yeah, I will, and it won't happen again. It's just not, it's not on my horizon anymore. Astounding, really.
Jane, like I'm your biggest fan, I'm very knocked back that you share that, and I'm actually grateful that you did for multiple reasons, just so we have full
The other
awareness.
people feeling that way.
People feeling like that, and this is it. This is why sometimes asking tough questions or even giving open answers like that can make people recognize they're not doing this on their own, and make people recognize that it doesn't have to be that way and it can be changed.
Yeah.
Um, what I just go ahead.
It can, after it was a lot of years of just moving forward.
You tried that never worked.
Mm.
What did you try?
You name it. All the slimming clubs, books, having a private coach, mental health, things like psychology, psychotherapy, medication. I don't know, it was just everything, anything that I could find to try.
And every time you try something that doesn't work, then we just feel lower about that,
Yeah, it just convinces you more that it's never going to change.
And what made you feel we could help?
It was the multidisciplinary team. It was different. So what was different from anything else was I tried everything that was kind of available to me, but I'd never had a whole team around me who were all doing those things all at the same time and just helping me. So I think that was one thing. And then the other thing I think really has been, it was so positive. I checked you out and you were so sure that you could make a difference that I dared to believe that that would happen. And so I'm filling up just thinking about it. I'm just so thankful that I did dare, because I feel like I've got my life back. Sorry. Why do people do that? It's dead funny, isn't it?
You have nothing to apologize for, Shane. I said earlier about the fact that when I'm away for a week, how I really miss this. Like, this is just a perfect example of how I love speaking to people like you.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the kind words, but you did this, nobody else. It's your sweat on your shirt, and you are one seriously powerful individual.
Thank you.
You are such an incredible person. And the comments right now in this are just sensational. There's like 620 already. So
Thank you.
honestly, please go through them. I mean, you sound, Jane, please don't apologize. You're simply amazing. Absolutely, Jane, you're an amazing person. Thank you for being so open. You're so courageous. Listen to these, because right now you're not just helping people who haven't started, you're helping people who are currently on the journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
What have you achieved?
Oh my gosh. I'm off all my diabetes meds, my non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. My liver's just back to normal. I've lost nearly 2.5 stone, which is only a third of my journey, but already I just feel absolutely astounding. I have loads more energy. I am not aching anymore. I'm off all my medications. I'm not on the list for bariatric surgery anymore. I've lost more than 10% of my body weight. I'm down to below a BMI of 40, so that means I'm not in the morbidly obese range anymore. I'm the lowest weight I've been since 2007. All my bloods are perfectly normal. I've lost 43 centimeters, which is 17 inches. I've gone from a big size 22, struggling really to stay in a 22. I'm down to an 18, but last week I bought a pair of size 16 jeans and managed to get into those.
Oh my God.
I can go on an aircraft without worrying about the seatbelt. And I think the most important two things are that I feel happiness and joy, and I'm loving my life. And secondly, I've completely forgiven myself and I feel really happy with myself. I've still got quite a long way to go, and I've been at this weight quite a few times and looked in the mirror and just hated the way I looked, even though I'd lost weight, hated the way I looked. And now I look in the mirror and I love myself. And I really don't care what people think. I'm going there and doing it.
You're such a beautiful person, you know that?
Thank you.
You really are. And did you say that you're off all of your medication?
Yeah. I'm 60 and I've got no medication.
That is just incredible.
I know. I can't believe it myself.
Incredible.
My husband's lost weight as well.
Do you know the amount of husbands that I've heard of and spoke to who've inadvertently, it shows how observant men are, have lost weight, not realized it, only for the fact that their partners have taken control of their own lives and it's spilt over to them.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And like, you have me in tears, like literally sitting here. I'm just so proud to have been part of it in some way, and I'm so proud that you're here because you're helping so many people, like so many people. Jane, you look 40, not 60,
Oh,
Cameron.
thank you.
I
Thank you.
absolutely agree with that, by the way. You don't look 60. I'm not going to insult people who I know who are 60, but you certainly don't like them, so you don't.
You certainly don't feel 60. And,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that you can see I'm wearing a cross. You and the team were an absolute answer to my prayers. I just find it astounding. And so are all the, you know, I just want to say the ladies in the inner circle are absolutely, they're my tribe. You're all my tribe and they inspire me every day. They're all so fantastic. I just feel so privileged to be part of that.
And that's forever. That's the beautiful thing. You're part of this forever now. We're not going anywhere. And and I know you said to me that you're 60 years of age. That's not your real age. That's your chronological age.
Yeah.
Much younger than that. Because you're going to live so much longer now that you've lost 10% of your body weight.
Yeah, and you know what? I think like Anne McCaig, I was looking at the downstairs, you know, of our house and thinking that's going to have to be our bedroom, and I'm not now, not at all. I'm looking at a longer life, and it's just such a blessing. I've got a grandson, and I want to be there as he grows up.
Love that. It's a massive why. And there's people here who obviously are scared, haven't started yet, and use the word dare to try, dare to move forward. What would you say to someone who's scared?
I would say that you won't be scared once you get going. It's not scary at all. It's wonderful. And I would also say that you're worth it. So that was one of the things that was hard for me to decide was, you know, the commitment that I made to myself, was it was worth it. So you are worth it, and you can be where I am, and you know, we're all doing it. The ladies in the inner circle are just all moving forward, and it's fantastic.
What amazing words. And they're all commenting. They're all, again, just commenting in terms of what you're doing for them and what you've shared. And you're part of that, Jane. I see you all the time supporting people in the inner circle, so I do. I want to thank you for coming on here, for helping everybody, for
Inviting me, Alex. It was a long time since we had that conversation. It was, I think it was March.
And now you can see why I was so knocked back when I seen you. I'm like, oh my God. I was absolutely like a rabbit in the headlights. I was just so proud of you. You know, I'm just so proud. I can't really say any more apart from that, but I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank everybody here for showing incredible support to Jane. And again, guys, all of you who are watching this, you can choose what happens next. Like, what you do now dictates the next 30 years of your life is going to look like. And just because you were born 60 years ago doesn't mean you're 60 years old. You can be as active and as mobile and as nimble as you choose to be, and you can do anything. People like yourself, Jane, who has a list of wins that should be put on a wall with plaques and medals. I'm just so knocked back by all the things that you told me. Like, honestly, we didn't even touch on them half enough, but it just shows you it's not all about the weight. Like 2.5 stone is a lot of weight to lose, but being off the meds, dropping 3-4 dress sizes, not having to ask for a seatbelt extender, not having to look to live in your garage, they're the real wins, because that's about your quality of life. And at 10% body weight loss, you will live statistically 9 years longer. And by not having comorbidities anymore, that 9 years moves to 15. So thank you for that. Congratulations, and everybody have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Thanks.
Well, bye. Bye.